neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Maybe we might have to help Paul out again tonight. There you go, Darren.
Oh, no. Let's hope Nell's told Dean the truth by now.
Oh. Surely those convention fellows don't expect to feast every night.
They didn't turn up, didn't we tell you? Their plane got delayed or something. They had to go back to Fiji.
I didn't leave out that small detail. Well, if you have to do it again, I'm not missing out on all the fun. Broken leg or no broken leg. What's so funny?
I'm sorry, but the thought of you and that broken leg in the middle of all that carnage is really too much.
Hey, that's great, Grant.
What is?
Carnage. That's what we'll call our new band.
What new band?
Yeah, I'm just getting together with some of the guys at school.
No, you're not. It's because of side issues like bands that you're still at school.
Oh, come off it, Dad. I know I've got to put in the study this year. I've done it all before. It's heaps easier the second time around. Plus, I need some sort of relaxation, okay?
Oh, I suppose you're right.
Mike and I were too middle of the road. Carnage will be a reflection of today's youth. How they think and how they feel.
Well, I suppose there's nobody like a teenager to know how a teenager really feels.
Yep. We'll go through the latest trends. We'll even get our ears pierced.
No son of mine is wearing earrings.
Well, what's wrong with that? Heaps of guys at school have got their ears pierced.
Well, more fool them. And their parents. You're not doing it, and that's final.
Well, that joke went down like a lead balloon.
Who said I was joking?
Well, I thought today being April the 1st that you were...
April Fool's Day, I forgot. You remember last year when Dad set the clocks forward an hour? Remember that?
How can I forget? You and Lucy too early for school, and there I was arguing with my hairdresser about my appointment.
Well, maybe this year it's Dad's turn to cop heaps. But with the mood he's in, he probably wouldn't see the funny side of it.
Jim, I know you're fed up with that big lump of plaster on your leg, but don't take it out on the Scot.
If you're talking about the ear-piercing business, I feel the same way. Broken leg or no broken leg. Besides, pierced ears can cause infections, and it's just an affectation. He'll thank me in a couple of months.
Hello, Robinsons. Yes, Jane? Well, have you thought this thing through? No, there's no problem. It's just I was thinking that it might make your grandmother even worse. Well, if you're sure. Yes, all right. Right.
There's not a problem with the Mangels, I hope.
Afraid it is. I'm only too happy to do Jane a favour, but this time it's going to make our position very awkward.
Good morning, Mr. Bishop.
Morning, Jane. Sleep well?
Planning a holiday, are we?
No, Nan, I'm leaving for good.
I see. And how are you going to support yourself? You find your salary won't go very far.
I mean it, Nan. I've arranged for somewhere to stay until I can find a place of my own.
Oh, but this is ridiculous. Well, families have arguments. They blow over.
Not this time. I always knew you were insensitive to other people's feelings, but I never realised how vindictive you can be until last night.
Don't you speak to me like that. I'm your grandmother.
If you'll excuse me...
There's no need for you to go. In fact, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea if an outsider did hear what's been going on.
You're putting Mr. Bishop in a very awkward position.
And what did you do to Paul Robinson when you spoke to Derek Morris? You've no defence, Nan. You weren't tricked into selling that story to disclosure. You saw an easy way to make some money and you took it. Too bad if you hurt other people's feelings.
And what about Scott Robinson's article?
Well, that just makes it worse. You knew how upsetting something like that could be, yet you deliberately did the same thing to Paul.
I said I was sorry.
And then you proved just how sorry you were by lying about it to Dean Bartholomew and giving Paul even more problems. Well, Nan, I could have coped with all of that, but what I couldn't handle was the way you gloated. You just lapped up every detail of the mess you caused at Lassiters.
How dare you speak to me like that? The impertinence of it. After all I've done for you, you ungrateful girl.
I couldn't leave without telling you why. And I was hoping you might see how unfair you've been. But nothing I can do will make any difference, will it? Goodbye, Mr. Bishop.
Yes, goodbye, Jane.
You'll soon realise how well off you've been. A roof over your head, food on the table. If you leave this house now, there'll be no coming back, my girl.
It's not that I don't love you, Nan, because I do. It's just I don't respect you anymore. And I'd be a hypocrite to stay living in the same house.
But where will you go?
I'll be staying with the Robinsons.
Jane! Come back! Jane!
Good morning.
Morning.
Jane couldn't get through to her grandmother?
Yeah, that's right. She rang me. You know, she said that Mrs. Mangel is actually enjoying all the trouble she's caused.
Oh, dear. Well, we'll just have to call up the troops again tonight.
No need. I've got some temporary staffing.
Well, what about Dean? I thought you were worried he'd set up a picket line.
Elliot's going to find out sooner or later. I'll bet you Dean's on his way here right now to explain every juicy detail.
Well, then you've got to get to Bernard first. Tell him the truth. He'll understand.
Bernard? You two must have made quite a night of it.
Oh, we did. I took him to every swinging night spot in town. We said to butter him up.
And that you did. Perhaps you should explain things to him if you get on that well with him.
Oh, no. The boss always gets to do the dirty work. There are some things you just can't delegate.
Thanks, Gail. No, seriously, thanks for all your help last night.
Morning, all.
Morning. Paul, I'm really sorry. I tried everything I could think of, but Nan just wouldn't budge.
Don't worry about it. Look, I'm going to need your smiling face more than ever today. Do you mind going back into motel reception for me?
No, of course not.
Great.
All hands on deck again?
No, I've got some temporary staff in to fill most areas, but there's still some gaps, the kitchen being the biggest one.
Are you going to lose a lot of business because of Nan?
Jane, will you stop feeling responsible? Mrs. Mangel may be your grandmother, yes, but you're not a keeper. I think it'd take more than a whip and a chair to stop her from causing trouble at the moment.
Jane should never have taken that job with Paul. Working with him all day and now living with those wretched Robinsons. No wonder her mind's been poisoned against me.
Oh, no. No. I don't think they do that.
Well, how else can you explain the way she's turned on me? Her own flesh and blood.
Well, I don't know the whole story, but Jane obviously feels very strongly about the situation. Well, it's none of my business, of course, but couldn't you re-examine your stand?
I am the victim here, Mr. Bishop. Hounded unmercifully by the whole Robinson family. However, as a woman of Christian principles, perhaps I could have been a little more forgiving. Not meekly have turned the other cheek, mind, but, well, it's possible I could have been more charitable.
Ah, charity. Yes, a very worthwhile sentiment. But of course, as we know, not an easy one to put into practice.
Ah, how true.
Yeah, but you are the one person I am sure will give it your best shot. Now, take Jane, for instance. It is entirely due to your influence that she is the mature and responsible young person that she is. And whatever her reasons for leaving the house, she was just showing the courage of her convictions. So don't you think that you could reassess the whole situation from her point of view?
Well, I suppose she did feel she had to make a stand, however misguided it might have been.
Well, talk to her, Mrs. Mangel. Reason with her. And if you can find the slightest hint of justification for what she has done, well, then it's up to you to put it right, eh?
I hope we can find a good restaurant to take the travel agents tonight. It's not going to be easy to get such a large booking at this late stage.
Yeah, and it's going to cost an arm and a leg with nothing to show for it in the end.
Hi, Bernard.
Morning, Gail. Paul. How come you're so full of the joys of spring? You can't be the same girl that I was discoing with till 2 in the morning.
Oh, yes, it is. And I warned you that last bottle of champagne wasn't a good idea.
Don't remind me of it. Still, I can't deny it was fun. You're a delightful companion.
Why, thank you, sir. And you're a great dancer.
I don't know which hurts the most, my head or my feet.
Yes, well, if you're feeling up to it, I've got some things I'd like to discuss with you, Mr. Elliot.
Well, I'll get out of your way.
Oh, there's no need for you to leave. After all, you might be able to explain some things better than I can.
Oh, sure.
I'd be more than happy to listen to anything you have to say to me, but not until I've had a cup of coffee. My brain isn't even in first gear yet.
Well, one coffee coming up. Shall I make it Irish?
Bernard Elliot.
Yeah, Bernard Elliot with a king-sized hangover.
Well, that may help. He won't feel up to ranting and raving.
Yeah, true. I've got Gail out there softening him up with some coffee, some tender loving care.
Paul, he didn't appear to be an unreasonable man. I mean, every business is liable to industrial trouble.
Gran, Bernard Elliot is a perfectionist. If he thinks that I can't control my staff, there's no way he'll give Lassiters a good report. Word travels fast in this industry. If it's the thumbs down from Bernard Elliot, you can betcha that every travel agent from here to Timbuktu will know by tomorrow.
Stop exaggerating.
Yeah, we may have got away with a stripe, but once he finds out that his old mate Dean has been locked in his own pantry...
All right, where's Mr. Elliot?
In his room, isn't he?
He's not, and you know it.
I'm afraid if he isn't in his room, I can't help you.
Well, I wouldn't put kidnapping past you and the rest of the scab labour. Not after the way I was locked into the pantry last night.
No one's been kidnapped. Nan, what are you doing here?
Mr. Bartholomew, I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry, it'll have to wait. Now, are you going to tell me where he is, or do I have to ring the police to say there's been a kidnapping, eh?
A kidnapping? Who's been kidnapped?
Bernard Elliot, who else? And your granddaughter is in it up to a pretty neck.
No one has been kidnapped. And if you don't stop carrying on about nothing, I'll be the one calling the police to have you escorted off the premises.
Well, then where is he?
Well, it's a big hotel. He could be anywhere.
Well, I'll find him. And when I do, he'll get the full facts on the way this place is being run.
You're not going anywhere until you listen to what I've got to say.
Later, Mrs. Mangel. We'll talk later. You don't want Robinson to get away with this, do you?
This whole business has got right out of hand. If you don't listen to me, you're going to make a bigger fool of yourself than you already have.
And therefore, I feel I was fully justified in the action that I took. Oh, no, that's no good. It sounds like I'm crawling.
Oh, for goodness sake, darling, go out there and get it over and done with. The reality can't be worse than the anticipation.
I hope you're right, Gran. Here goes.
Good luck.
That last place we went to, I have never seen a light show to rival it. Ah, Robertson, there you are. I'm feeling quite human again, ready to take on the world. Now, what was that matter you wanted to talk to me about?
Yes, well...
Dean, my old friend. Ha, ha, ha. Good to see you again.
Yes, well, you too, Bernard.
That meal you prepared last night, you really surpassed yourself.
Oh.
Pity I never had the chance to eat it.
Yes, well, good of you to say so.
Very disappointing about that party being held up in Fiji. Still, they'll have an opportunity to sample your superb cuisine tonight.
They certainly will. In fact, all the staff are looking forward to their arrival. We're quite determined to show just how good Lassiters is.
So if you want those notes, just give me a buzz, okay? All right.
How's school?
Oh, you know, the same as usual. Things seem pretty quiet around here today. I thought everybody'd be running around in circles.
Yes, well, Mrs. Mangel's had a change of heart, thank goodness.
You mean she told Dean the truth?
All the staff have gone back to work, much to Paul's relief.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Jane he should be thanking. I bet her leaving home had a lot to do with old Mangel's change of heart. Guess she'll be going back now.
I wouldn't be too sure. Oh, she's glad that her grandmother's told the truth, but I don't think she's entirely forgiven her for causing all the trouble in the first place.
Pity in a way.
Why's that?
Well, not having to pitch in again. I was looking forward to Dad waiting around on tables with only one leg.
What an odd sense of humour you have.
Well, Gran, it's pretty hard to find anything to laugh about at home at the moment.
Yes, I know. I'd do anything to see a smile on your father's face, let alone get a laugh out of him.
It's April Fool's Day, isn't it?
Yes, but that's supposed to finish at noon.
Yeah, I don't care. Deserves to be paid back from last year, and anything's worth a try if it will get him in a better mood.
Just what do you have in mind, Scott Robertson?
The juice, Scott? Yeah.
How are you?
I'm a bit bored with sitting around here. I managed to make it to the letterbox, though. There's a parcel from Lucy.
Oh, great. Hope she sent me one of those blackberries.
I think we ought to wait till your grandmother gets home before we open it, though.
Yeah, fair enough. Is that the tattoo parlor?
Yes. This is the tattoo parlor.
Yep. Okay, then. I'll be down straight away. No problems. See ya.
Scott, what are you up to? Scott! Don't you leave this house! Tattoo? I've ground him for a month. A year! Scott!
Mrs. Daniels, is it still all right for me to stay at your place?
Well, of course, unless you've changed your mind. I mean, all's well now that Dean knows the truth and the staff has gone back.
Yeah. Yeah, Nan wasn't in the least bit sorry for all the trouble she caused. The only reason she told Dean the truth was so that I'd go back home. I suppose she's worried how she'll manage without my board money coming in.
Well, your grandmother's a very proud woman. And I think she had a lot of courage owning up to Dean. I don't think she would have done it if she didn't care and want you back very badly.
Good afternoon, Daniels Corporation.
It's Jim Robinson speaking. May I speak to Helen, please?
Yes, just a moment. It's Mr. Robinson.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, and you're welcome to stay as long as you like. But think about what I just said. Hello, Jim. I'm just leaving.
Helen, you've got to find Scott and stop him.
Stop him from what?
Getting a tattoo.
But what are you talking about? I thought he was going to have his ear pierced.
I heard him on the phone. Booking in somewhere for a tattoo. He was out of the door before I could stop him.
Oh, well, I'll try and track him down, but I'm not very au fait with tattoo parlours. Oh, yes, there is one in Anson's Corner. Oh, that's probably where he is.
Can you get down there? And hurry, or it'll be too late.
Yes, Jim, but calm down. And if I'm too late, I hope he chooses something tasteful. A rose might be nice. See you then.
You find him? Oh, thank goodness. And you, take that sulky look off your face. You're lucky your grandmother found you in time to stop you doing something you'd regret for the rest of your stupid life.
Jim, we were too late. We had trouble finding the place.
Sorry, Dad. Well, we tried. Come on, Scotty, you better show him the damage. It's a bit bigger than I thought it'd be, Dad.
Oh, it's revolting! Of all the brainless, idiotic things to do. Paul did some stupid things when he was a teenager, but nothing to match this.
Well, actually, Dad, when I saw Scott's, I thought it was so good that I got one myself. Pretty nifty, eh?
Have you gone out of your minds? How could you let them do this?
Well, he was such a nice man. He was so persuasive. So I'm afraid I gave in to temptation.
I've been set up, haven't I? All right, you got me.
You could have seen the look on your face.
Well, at least he's laughing now. That's what we set out to do.
You mean this whole thing was just an elaborate hoax?
Come on, Dad. You don't really think I'd get a tattoo, do you?
Well, I wondered if I might have a word with my granddaughter.
Well, I'm afraid she doesn't want to talk to you.
But I've done what she wanted. I've told Dean the truth. They're all back at work. What more can she expect?
Nell, I think you'll have to work this out between the two of you. Give her a little more time.
She can't turn her back on me. She's all I have. What am I going to do?